Navajo people. Going out every night, putting on the uniform, strapping on a gun, and protecting the Navajo Nation public while we sleep good at night. They're out there patrolling the streets and so forth. And many of them chose this career and maybe not, they're not going to the military. And of course, that comes with a lot of issues, especially PTSD. And the way I say that because they're forgotten. Because when it comes to PTSD, it's always the veterans. And what about the forgotten warriors? Hey, our homeland warriors, the ones that are out there every night. While we're here, warm and comfy in our homes, they're out there risking their lives and never not knowing what will come up against them, either on a traffic stop or domestic violence call or anything. So, there's an amendment that needs to be made to this warriors' home to include police officers who are also aging and also need to be cared for. Then I think that needs to be made. And I'm hoping that legislative council is listening to me, and if they could prepare that legislation for me to include this as an amendment when it comes to council, and I could entertain that for the 24th Navigation Council. Can I sit to the speaker, Damon?
Thank you very much. I'm here with that. Everybody in the queue. So let me go back to sponsor. Honorable Slater. Where's yours?
Thank you, Chair, Speaker Damon. I think we'll work backwards from Delegate Charles Newton, and I just want to clear it up. It's not that there is a lack of support from Congressman O'Halloran or from anyone in the Arizona congressional delegation. There really were two efforts that Shanella, Honorable Hale, and Mr. Claw were speaking to, and one of them was to appropriate funding into long-term care under the IHS budget, which it's been authorized but has never been funded, but we were able to advocate and get it included in the 2024 budget back in February. And the second was an initiative to pursue funding for this facility. And as we all know, it's incredibly difficult to get any sort of funding for the nation through Congress for specific projects. And we know that from experience with the public safety judicial facilities and all sorts of facilities that we desire to work on here on the nation. So it's not that they aren't supportive or intimately engaged, it's that it's Congress. And then I think there were similar questions between Delegate Charles Newton and Delegate Henio related to ownership and operations. And it's really the organization that can speak to their commitment to operate this facility over the long term and the relationships that they've built with veterans organizations, and the fact that this is still going years and years and years later, and they didn't just wipe their hands of it, I think is a really strong demonstration of their commitment. So, Mr. Claw, can you answer those questions related to your organization? And then thereafter, Delegate Henio had requested Pledge Council to, I guess, to borrow an expression from Ms. Bobroff, opine on the ownership and those related questions. So, Mr. Claw.
Again, I thank you, Delegate Slater. I know Delegate Henio and Shumaya, Eugene, anyway, Delegate Newton, yeah, thanks for your question. Back in 1967, ita Toyede nursing home open lia. Ita classification, the level of care, there's 3 areas of level of care right now. That's level of care is a regulation that's set by Congress and through Excess and CMS, Center for Medicare and Medicaid. The 3 level of care, level 1, hold on there, 1967, it was under the tribe, the Department of Health. Adoch in Lija Anadi Tlan 68. The Nebets Ispa Haliata Belia the Gila. And it was again funded at that time by the tribe. The operation and maintenance money provided in that. Ako 1970 yata pesa bahastin. Ita an pesa hanotha. This is what information I get from 2 of my board members that have been on the board for close to 30 years. Ita pesa bahastin have been an pesa the notapa but don't need it. Ako ita state go 501c corporation under the state of Arizona at all nista no Yati board members. E hota yilla. Ako de nas iniki ya reimbursement funding from excess than yet. Ako lot of elders, including veterans, are in the hospital in this facility. Never sees bahayas gagi. Donana, including elders, Masando Che. At that time, it excess in there. But the only problem with that was only if you paid just initial, if you had a job and you paid into Medicare, that is the only way you will be able to be admitted to Chinle Nursing Home, that don't need. So after that, the Navajo Nation Council changed and got additional fundings under BIA 638, Navajo Nation Family Services Besabahinte. Those are the clients Aron Dashia Besabeta, Tendo Aron Da Isla, Aja Besagi, provide Isla Ade Besi Nitlo, Grandma and Grandpa Yakes facility be in the house town there. At the Ahot at this change. It a corporation under state, but we are 501c under the Navajo Nation too. 2 years ago, what we have is Navajo Land Nursing Home Incorporated with it in the A-Way Incorporated under the state of Arizona. Although another thing we have to do is also have another name for doing business as the DBA. Anytime you get certified by the state of Arizona, that's what you have to do. You have to get certified through the corporation office. All our board members or commissioners, they have to be certified by the state of Arizona also. We have 4 members now. We have 2 that have been on the board for 28 years. Then we have 2 more that's around a year and 2 years. We pay them stipend for them to be on the board. We pay them for their mileage. Excess allows that. Allows us to be able to pay them using that money. So all of our staff, everybody except the cooks and the housekeeping staff here are the only ones not certified. The rest of the staff have to be certified, including me. You all have to have a license through the state of Arizona. That's a requirement. I know that question came up about sustainability. Hanzahola. I just became 73-year-old Monday. And as you know, the older you get tired and you want to take it easy. And that's my plan, not now, but I promise to help build this. And I've been working on it. So I want to make sure this is built, and I want to make sure we have a streamline of funding. I'm very familiar with Title I under 93-638 IHS. Mr. Albert Hale, when he was attorney, bless his heart, he instructed me a lot of things that we can use under this 93-638. Our plans right now is to continue trying to get under Public Law 93-638. The law says that we can do it. We just need to put money in that account to be able to negotiate with IHS. Under Title I, my understanding is 4 years, Jen, we will stay under IHS. And my understanding, the reason why they do that is because in the past on 638. We're going to keep an eye on you 4 years, and let's check your audits. Make sure you spend your money right. It's a trial run, Nahalin. So 4 years, after that, you go to Title V. And tonight, we will report to you. That's the way the regulation goes. My plans always has been to fall under the Navajo Nation. The Navajo Nation to run these nursing homes. And this will be a step under 93-638 to do that. To be able to report to Health and Education Committee. The next 5 years at the time, 20 years, Jen. That's going to be a permanent streamline of funding that we'll be able to get without coming to you for money, operation and maintenance money for both the veterans and the nursing home for grandma and grandpas. If you read that material and then look at the area of, I don't know if that's in the package anyway, but 638. It explains some of the funding that the money can be used for. Majority is, a lot of it is licensed nurse. The other thing too is for insurance and other things like that. The good thing about our third-party billing, we have to continue that because we know some of the veterans worked, and we will have to apply for Medicare and Medicaid to do reimbursement. Therefore, according to CMS, I've been meeting with them. They will allow us, since we're complete. This corporation regulation is really made for nursing home off the reservation, privately owned HIPAA regulation. That's what we use here. And that HIPAA regulation, the majority does not apply to a nursing home on a reservation. That's why we've been trying to go 638 under IHS. That way the tribe has a say-so in this nursing home. And even the possibility on preparing their own HIPAA regulation, which CMS will allow you to do, to be able to run the nursing home yourself by having this streamline of funding year after year after year. As we know that BIA 638 is going to run out of money, and I know I bless their heart from Navajo Nation Family Services. They've been really helping us at this time. And they're the ones that fund the grandma and grandpas that have never worked. I don't think the grandma and grandpa that have never worked should be refused to go into a nursing home. They should have every right to come in here. they will be able to do that under Public Law 93-638. I know it's a little difficult. I know there's a lot of information in there that, you know, we need to go through a work session on that, and I'm sure IHS can provide that too, to make everybody understand that. And that's what our plans are, to go do that. So that's some of the things, you know, that will sustain this place, keep it running. I don't like the idea of begging for money, because that's what 501Cs, corporation under the state, do. You have to go find your own money. And majority a lot of that's made, not for us. So if this Title I and Title V is available, the law says that we can do it, that would be the best direction to go. And I'm sure the DOJ can explain that to you also, because we gave them all that information, and they can explain that to you. But again, we're welcome. Shea, I'm welcome to explain to you. During the pandemic, I'm very proud of my licensed nurse and my staff, because within our facility, we had 3 when they left to get their appointment outside facility to Flagstaff and Albuquerque. We had some of those that happened, but we took care of them through the quarantine, 10 days. As you probably heard, Winslow, and here to this date, I think they were very stingy with some of the things we do here, because we make sure we test everybody. I get tested 2 times a week. All the staff do. We don't want the elders to get sick, and that whole policy is going to stay the same way for veterans. My staff do a wonderful job taking care of them. And I mean, you need to come here, come here and spend a day with us. How much these nurses care about their elders. Yeah, thank you. I hope I explained everything. Shemayaj, Ms. Newton, Delegate Newton, thank you.
Speaker, can we go to Ms. Bobroff now?
Yes. Ms. Barbara, questions?
Thank you, Speaker. I will try to be brief, because I know we're running out of time here. The clause C that Delegate Hino pointed out, it was actually put in to ensure that there was a transition plan in place if, for whatever reason, Navajo land no longer wish to operate that. That transition plan is important because whoever is selected to operate will have to be ensured that they are able to comply with federal and Navajo Nation laws and regulations.
I know, what is he saying though? Chairman Healy, are you saying something? I can
Yes,
barely hear you.
I just asked a specific question as ownership. Ownership as far as this building would be using Navajo dollars, and just a simple question: ownership, and who will be owning it, and will there be lease involved? That's all I want to hear. We go to vote.
Okay.
Yes, Delegate Hino, I was getting to that, but I can skip the underlying analysis and just tell you that when you enter a lease for trust land, the structures attached, the fixtures, the structures attached to that property are in the end owned by the Navajo Nation. Thank you, Speaker. Back to you.
Thank you very much. That. But that, Madam Chair, Charles Newton, did you? The floor is yours.
Speaker, I didn't ask to get back on the floor. I actually just, I think my questions were answered.
Okay. That colleague's going back to the floor. Is there any more comments or questions at this time? I don't have anybody else in the queue, right?
Ready to vote.
That. Going twice. This is on the main motion of legislation 0048-22. Going three times. Let's go to the board. On legislation and the main motion of legislation 0048-22.
Honorable Elmer Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay did not vote. Honorable Kealan Begay Jr., how do you vote?
Kealan votes green. Thank you.
Honorable Kealan Begay Jr. votes green. Honorable Paul Begay, how do you vote?
Delegate Paul Gay votes green.
Honorable Paul Begay votes green. Honorable Nathaniel Brown is excused. Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton, how do you vote?
Charles Newton votes green.
Honorable Eugenia Charles Newton votes green. Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati, how do you vote? Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati. Honorable Amber Canaz Bakrati did not vote. Presiding Chair, Honorable Speaker Damon not voting. Honorable Herman Daniels is excused. Honorable Mark Freeland, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Mark Freeland votes green. Honorable Pernell Halona, how do you vote?
Paul votes green.
Honorable Pernell Halona votes green. Honorable Jamie Henio, how do you vote?
Henio votes green.
Honorable Jamie Henio votes green. Honorable Vince James, how do you vote? Honorable Vince James. Honorable Vince James did not vote. Honorable Rick Nez, how do you vote?
Delegate Rick Nez votes green for veterans.
Honorable Rick Nez votes green. Honorable Carl Slater, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Carl Slater votes green. Honorable Raymond Smith Jr., how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Raymond Smith Jr. votes green. Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr. and Honorable Charlene So are excused.
I'm here.
Honorable-
This is Delegate Stewart.
Excuse me, Honorable Stewart, how do you vote?
Green.
Honorable Wilson Stewart Jr. votes green. Again, Honorable Charlene So is excused. Honorable Daniel So, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Honorable Daniel So votes green. Honorable Eugene So, how do you vote? Honorable Eugene So votes green. Honorable Otto So, how do you vote?
Vote green.
Honorable Otto So votes green. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr., how do you vote? Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. did not vote. Honorable Edison Juanica, how do you vote? Honorable Edison Juanica. Honorable Edison Juanica did not vote. Honorable Edmund Yazzie.
Juanica votes green.
Honorable Edison Juanica votes green. Honorable Ed Naabik'íyáti is excused. Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair, how do you vote?
I'll vote green for our Navajo veterans. Thank you.
Honorable Jimmy Yellowhair votes green. Going back up. Honorable Elmer Begay, how do you vote? Honorable Elmer Begay. Honorable Elmer Begay did not vote. Honorable Amber Canaz-Bacrati, how do you vote? Honorable Amber Canaz-Bacrati votes green via text. Honorable Vince James, how do you vote? Honorable Vince James. Honorable Vince James did not vote. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr., how do you vote? Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. Honorable Thomas Walker Jr. did not vote. With that, Honorable Speaker, you have 16 delegates that voted in favor, 0 delegates who opposed, and presiding chair not voting.
Delegate James votes green.
Honorable Vince James votes green. That changes the vote to 17 delegates in favor, 0 delegates who oppose, and presiding chair not voting.
Thank you very much. That vote of 17 in favor, 0 opposed, chair not voting. Motion carries on legislation 0048-22. That, colleagues, moving on down, item number F,
Speaker,
legislation 0052-22. Yes, Speaker
Freeland,
Freeland.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
The motion to adjourn by Honorable Freeland, 11:58 p.m.
Second, Delegate Paul Begay.
Honorable Freeland, motion adjourned, second by Honorable Paul Begay. Comments, questions? Twice.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
The
Only do so.
legislation over to the heart of not to say. Thank you.
All right. Honorable Gene, so the floor is yours.
I said motion my legislation forward, at least just look at it and just forward it before you adjourn. Thank you. As a tabling motion.
That, colleagues. There's a request. Honorable Freeland. I'll think you make it though.
Speaker and Che, does his legislation just automatically get carried on to council?
No.
All right, that's fine then.
Okay,
Speaker, are we
that,
going to time out?
that,
If we motion to table, it should.
Motion to carry to forward. Thank you.
that's what Honorable Freeland. It has to be at the motion to withdraw. Then from that point go into
I'll withdraw. Let's do it real quick. We got 1 minute.
with that on motion to withdraw by Honorable Freeland. The second by Honorable Paul Begay. Do you wish to continue our journey?
I withdraw also, Speaker. Thank you. Time's out.
Okay, with that, colleagues,
Time's up.
time now is 12 o'clock midnight. We're officially timed out on our Naabik'íyáti committee meeting.
Speaker,
Yes.
you were already.
Good night.
Did we already? Since you already started this proceeding, do we have to finish it?
Nope. Only if we're in a
Nope.
vote.
Okay. Sorry, Che.
Hey, with that, colleagues, officially timed out. That Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, staff, for being here.
Good morning, guys.
Have a good,
Thank you.
good evening. Safe travels, everyone, wherever you're at. Tomorrow, legislative branch recognizing Good Friday. The branch is off at noon.
Time for some coffee, breakfast.
All right.
Thank you,
Go ahead.
speaker. Thank you, staff. Good morning.
Morning.
I said some over easy. Number 8 and
Bye-bye.
second.
Good night. Good morning.
Happy Easter.